What are you doing for Valentine's Day?
You know, I don't really have any plans, but I do have a Pilates class at 4.
Oh, I love that. That's a great idea.
I couldn't believe it. It kind of threw me off. Hey, guys.
What happened?
Well, been on a couple dates with this girl, and she started sending me baby names for our kid, male or female, and now I'm a little like,
Icked out?
Yeah.
You get me ick?
I think you got the ick.
yeah.
I don't know how to cure it, though.
No, but apparently a lot of people are feeling these icks around Valentine's Day.
Absolutely.
We're going to be talking about it on ARC Florida. It starts right now. Good morning, everyone. Happy Valentine's Day. Thank you so much for joining us on ARC Florida. I'm Sam Kerrigan.
And I'm Victoria DeCardenas in for Matt Lincoln. It's Valentine's Day. We're feeling all the love, maybe except for Gavin. I think he got the ick.
Yeah. We're going to talk a little bit more about those icks coming up in a little bit, but we do want to start this morning with a quick look at what people are looking at on our website right now.
Yeah, these are the stories that are getting your attention online. So let's begin with an arrest made for the murder of a corrections deputy. This morning, that man is waiting to go before a judge, and Palm Beach County deputies arrested Kevin Bennett yesterday for the death of the corrections deputy Basil Powell.
Yeah, investigators say Bennett ambushed Powell outside of his home in Belglade Monday night. And we knew from the start of this investigation that this was a targeted attack. On Thursday, our cameras were there as 32-year-old Kevin Bennett was escorted into the back of a squad car, and he was wearing the handcuffs of the deputy he is accused of killing.
Very powerful message. Well, here's what we know so far. On Monday night, Powell had just pulled into his driveway in Belglade when he stepped out of his car, and he was ambushed and he was shot multiple times. Now, from the start, we knew that detectives knew that this was not related to his job. Sheriff Rick Bradshaw says this was personal and possibly motivated by jealousy. Investigators say Bennett used to date Powell's girlfriend.
I think that he was extremely agitated over that and upset, and that's why he decided to kill our deputy.
Now, deputies had a warrant to collect his DNA, but in the end, they didn't need it. Other evidence came to light, and it was enough to make an arrest.
And this isn't Bennett's first run-in with the law. CBS 12 News has discovered he has a lengthy record. Bennett will face a judge for the first time this morning. He will likely be held without bond.
Yeah, and another story we are all looking at this morning in Delray Beach, a father's 911 call led to police arresting his son for murder. Police arrested 28-year-old Janelle Tassi last week. Officers say a person called claiming there was a man at their front door with a gun. And while canvassing the area, detectives found a man with a gunshot wound to his chest nearby.
The victim, James Apollonio, died at the scene. Detectives say security footage caught Tassi near the crime scene. Tassi is now charged with premeditated first-degree murder.
And the last top story today, Vero Beach woman is behind bars accused of shooting 2 teenagers with a BB gun.
Yeah, Indian River County deputies say Victoria Lund was upset that the teens were riding around on their dirt bikes. She claimed they were recklessly driving and flipping people off. The 2 teens told deputies they heard 2 pops and saw what they thought were bullets. Lund told deputies she grabbed the BB gun to scare them off, but denied shooting them. She is now facing charges, including child abuse.
All right, now we're going to make a hard switch right now because it is Valentine's Day. We want to leave you guys with a happy story for this morning and for this Friday. Well, this morning, the Palm Beach County Clerk of Court's office is hosting their annual Valentine's Day group wedding. It's happening at 11 a.m.
This is so awesome. And the clerk, Joseph Abruzzo, will officiate the ceremony for dozens of couples who are excited to mark this day of love, making their love official.
And Stephanie Valderrama is standing by live with one of those couples getting married later this morning. Hi, Steph.
Yes, good morning, Vicki and Sam. So like you mentioned, this happens every year, and I'm so excited to be joined by Carlos and Rosemary, who are going to be part of those couples getting married later at 11 a.m. But I'm so excited to be joined by you two. First of all, congratulations on this big leap. And you guys have such a beautiful story. This has been 3 years, over 3 years in the making. How did we get to this day?
Well, I used to be a driver for Cisco, and I used to come by her location. And to make a long story short, I didn't get a chance to speak to her on my first sighting. So 2 years later, the good Lord allowed me to come back by again. And well, just making a little contact, a little hello here. 30 seconds was the max that I had, so I had to stop by more consistently. So then one day she asked me for her phone number, from the phone number, and we started talking, and it just went from there.
Rosemary?
Eso fue muy emocionante. Él venía, era un cliente, como todos, y sentíamos como que esa química, y ya después cuando pues nos intercambiamos el teléfono, que comenzamos a hablar, wow. Yo dije, este es.
Yeah, she was saying that when they exchanged phone numbers, it was so exciting. And then when they started talking, it was like, wow, this is it. I want to share a little bit about this beautiful ring that you got her, because when you were explaining it to me earlier, I was just blown away, almost brought to tears. Tell us about the ring.
Well, when I chose the ring, I wanted it to be something special. I didn't want it to be just something ordinary that you just find at a local place. So it's a tri-part ring. And when I saw the ring, immediately I felt like the Lord spoke to me, and it was, since it's a tri-part ring, I felt like it said Father, Son, Holy Spirit. So Father in creation, creating the relationship, Son in redemption, redeeming the mistakes that we've made and starting new, and then Holy Spirit in regeneration and regenerating your life, starting with a new partner. And I just felt like it was perfect for her, and I had to have it.
You know, today obviously has been a long time coming, and we're so excited for both of you, you know, making your love official on the day of love. And what advice would you have for couples who are considering making this big leap?
From a man's point of view, I would suggest think and be consistent and always find a way to make her day better. Leave her cup of coffee ready to be made, a little note here and there, a frappe, you know, just any little thing that you think would make her smile, and do it daily. And I think that's the biggest thing. And then let your love grow from there, and don't hold back, because she's the only one.
Oh, ¿y qué consejos tiene?
Yo pienso que los dos tenemos que ser siempre lo mismo. Yo con él igual soy muy detallista, y cuando digo detalles, hablo de detalles pequeños, como hacerle un café en la mañana de pronto antes de irse a trabajar, estar pendiente, un texto comiste, cómo te sientes en el transcurso del día, escucharnos, respetarnos. Eso es lo que más nosotros hacemos, y es lo que yo aconsejo, ¿no?, con todas las parejas.
Yeah, she mentioned that, you know, her advice is to always, you know, be aware of the small things, always check in on each other, and have a lot of respect for each other, which is obviously incredible advice. Well, congratulations to both of you. A big day today. We want to send it back to you guys in the studio.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you.
We're so excited for that.
I love their love story.
I do
So
too.
cute. I can't wait for them to get married.
I know. Congratulations to them. All right, let's turn it over to meteorologist Jennifer Collins now with a look at what's coming up after the break.
Yeah, we're expecting a splendid Valentine's Day forecast in store for today and into the evening, too. But a warm-up is underway as we head into the weekend. We'll get a look at that weekend outlook and the cool down expected early next week. That's after the break.
Welcome back to ARC Florida. Meteorologist Jen Collins joining us on the couch. Jen, how are we looking for Valentine's Day?
It's looking pink, it's looking red,
I
it's
love
looking
it.
great.
Oh.
Yeah, we're expecting a really splendid one for today. I mean, comfortable conditions, not quite as warm as what we had yesterday. Some changes are on the way, though, as we look ahead to the weekend, though. So if you're making those weekend plans, a big warm-up is underway heading into Sunday, but then cooler air is right around the corner.
Oh,
So
That's kind of nice, because
exciting.
yesterday it was pretty hot.
yeah, it was. Yeah, it really was. Not quite, you know, near the record high temperatures, but certainly we were in the mid 80s across the area. So yes, it was a warm one. And as we look outside right now, we have a bright blue sky here along our area beaches. Yellow flag flying there at Delray Beach. That does indicate the threat for rip currents up and down our coastline for today. So if you're planning to head to the coast, swim near a lifeguard or just stay out of the water if you're not a strong swimmer. We have a stationary boundary just to our north. This is why temperatures are still not quite as, still on the cooler side compared to yesterday, but we're still warm because it hasn't crossed through the area. So it's leaving a few light showers just off of our coastline at this time and in northern Palm Beach County too. The rest of the area remaining dry. Expect mostly sunny conditions as the day goes along. We're in the 70s right now across the Treasure Coast, near the 80-degree mark in West Palm Beach. As we head through the morning, expect to warm quickly. Temperatures back into the low 80s by this afternoon, still above our normal for this time of the year, but many areas along the Treasure Coast will be about 5 degrees cooler compared to yesterday afternoon, where we topped out in the mid 80s. As we look at the hour forecast, an isolated shower or two is possible today, right around inland communities around Lake Okeechobee, similar to yesterday, leaving our coastal communities dry just in time for that evening forecast. So for any sort of dinner plans tonight, expect very comfortable conditions, an onshore wind flow in the area, dropping back into the low 70s by about 9 o'clock. Waking up tomorrow morning in the upper 60s, low 70s across the areas with the partly cloudy conditions possible. If you're doing a 5K tomorrow morning, I'm doing the Bridge to Gap 5K on Singer Island. It's going to be a mild start to the day, a little humid. Temperatures right around the 70-degree mark by about 8 o'clock with that southeast wind flow drawing in the additional humidity for the start of the week. Breezy conditions on Saturday with temperatures in the low 80s, but with that southeast wind flow, that's what's going to bring up our temperatures for the end of the weekend. Highs back into the middle and upper 80s across the area. So a warm up underway for the end of the weekend, but this is all ahead of a cold front boundary set to bring in cooler air by early next week. The Natural Areas Festival, will happen tomorrow afternoon. It will be a little warm across many inland spots of Palm Beach County, dropping back down into the upper 70s by about 6 o'clock. Another cold front moves in heading into Sunday. This will cross the area, allowing for cooler air to finally filter in. As we look ahead to Monday, temperatures drop back into the 70s across the region, heading into Monday and Tuesday. But that front will lift its way back north by the middle of next week, which will increase our rain chance Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. Victoria and Sam?
All right, Jen, thank you. We've got some very exciting news. Our Stephanie Valderrama just surprised that couple that she is out there with that is getting married today, and they are going to get married live on the air here.
Yeah, we asked them during a quick break if they wanted to do it, and they said yes to our proposal of getting married on air. So we'll check back in 15 minutes. Well, today marks 7 years since the tragic mass shooting at Marjory Stoneman Douglas High School in Parkland. A former student opened fire inside of the school, killing 17 people and injuring 17 others.
In Broward County, the community will take time to remember the victims and use today as a day of service and love. Mike Magnoli is joining us on the couch now. Mike, you were there the day of the massacre. You were one of the first reporters out there on the scene along with first responders. Can you walk us through what it was like that day?
Sure, it's been 7 years, and the governor has ordered flags to be at half staff today. I remember that we ended up in the parking lot of the Walmart, and at the end of school, a lot of kids kind of flocked towards that Walmart anyway, but when this happened, a lot of them just ran in that direction, and as a matter of fact, the suspect sort of blended in with all of the kids that were fleeing from the school, and he went into the Walmart, and he got himself a Slurpee. And I remember there were all of these parents in the parking lot. They had abandoned their cars at other places sort of in the vicinity and just run to get as close as possible to the scene to try to connect with their kids. Mm-hmm. And they saw our news truck and they saw, the mic flag, and they would come up to me and they would say, what are you hearing? How bad is it? Did they catch the gunman? And I had been listening to what was going on the police radios, so I knew kids were down. And at that point, no, they had not caught the gunman. So just talking with those parents who are desperate for information and trying to figure out, where their kids are, because you got to remember, a lot of the kids had to just drop everything, so they might not have necessarily been able to pick up their cell phone. You don't grab your backpack, you just run. So that feeling, if you're a mom or a dad and you don't know where your kid is and this is happening, at your kid's school, I remember that very vividly.
Yeah. And the scene from that day was incredible. You were mentioning them running towards that Walmart, and when we saw that chopper video, you could see those kids moving. And 7 years later, there have been talks about a memorial for these 17 victims. Where does that stand right now?
So that's being spearheaded by the Parkland 17 Foundation, and they've got a design finally. There were 70 applicants. Ideas coming in from all over the country. They do have a design now. It's going to be 17 obelisks around a fountain and 17 trees. I've seen, the composite sketches. They're really beautiful. It's going to be sort of in the area of Parkland and Coral Springs. They're in the fundraising mode right now. Mm-hmm. So they need money. And once they hit certain fundraising criteria, they can break ground, but it might be another 18 months before this is complete because there were just so many design suggestions coming in. So they really had to narrow in on one, and it's going to be really beautiful. And on each of the columns, there will be a name of the victim and maybe some other information about them. And I'm sure you two remember there was a lot of discussion too about what to do with the actual building, the freshman building. I was there live when they demolished it. The Broward County School Board still doesn't really know what they're going to do with that space on campus, but there's still a lot of talk about turning it into an activity space where the band could practice or JOTC. So those are activities that the victims really liked, and so there's been ongoing conversations about making that space something that those kids would have enjoyed specifically.
I know it's a relief for a lot of people when that building was finally demolished.
It should have been.
Last year.
It was very painful but necessary to bring that building down.
You know, one thing that has come out of this tragedy is some change. You know, a lot of the students and parents of the victims have become advocates for gun control rights. So what are we looking at here in Florida now when it comes to gun control rights?
Well, you know, the session will start in March. There's always talk about dialing back some of the Parkland laws that passed. Open carry is a constant conversation. What I'm hearing is that that's dead on arrival. It's not going to be an open carry state. I don't think that's going to happen. But there are the conversations happening among lawmakers. There's also a conversation about the red flag laws, maybe dialing some of those back. And after Parkland, Florida changed the legal age to buy a weapon from 18 to 21. But there's talk about maybe dialing that back because the argument is, well, at 18 years old, if you can be in the military and we give you a gun to go protect the country, then you should be able to buy a weapon at that age in Florida. So that's an ongoing conversation, ladies.
Yeah, and it seems like it will be for a while. Thank you, Mike, for sharing your experience and keeping us up to date on what's happening for those victims and for their families.
Sure.
We'll be right back. Well, high-stakes meetings are going on right now in Munich, Germany, between U.S. officials and world leaders. And one of the main topics is the Russia-Ukraine war. And joining us today is national correspondent Matt Galka. He has more on those meetings. And Matt, it looks like the New York City is set up to open the city's largest jail to ICE agents after a high-level meeting with the Trump administration. What can you tell us?
Yeah, certainly a lot going on throughout the world. Let's start with that Munich Security Conference. The vice president is set to speak there after there have been major developments from the Trump administration regarding Russia and Ukraine. Now, Vice President J.D. Vance set to meet with Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky following President Trump's phone call with Russian President Vladimir Putin this week. And that call stunned some of our European allies. Now, Trump has said that Ukraine would be involved in peace talks, while members of his administration have pushed for Europe to step up its support for Ukraine. Now, the vice president is expected to echo some of those same thoughts while making a speech later today. He's reportedly already met with some European leaders ahead of his address. Now, that speech comes as Ukraine says a Russian drone strike hit the former nuclear power plant at Chernobyl overnight. Ukraine said that there was significant damage, but no signs of any increase in radiation. Now, Secretary of State Marco Rubio still expected to be in Germany after a little bit of a scare. The plane he was taking was forced to turn around about 90 minutes into the flight due to a mechanical issue. He landed safely and is taking a different plane to Europe. Now, you also mentioned New York City. New York City Mayor Eric Adams and Donald Trump's border czar Tom Homan, they both met this week. Adams said that after the meeting, he was looking to reestablish ICE agents operating on Rikers Island, home to the city's largest jail. The ICE office on Rikers previously closed in 2014 when then Mayor Bill de Blasio signed a sanctuary city bill. Adams said in a statement after the meeting that ICE would be focusing on violent criminals and gangs. The meeting and agreement come just days after the Trump Justice Department ordered federal prosecutors to drop corruption charges against Adams. That led to Manhattan's U.S. attorney and other officials resigning, with the now former U.S. attorney alleging there was quid pro quo between Adams and the Justice Department, alleging the mayor would cooperate with the Trump administration's priorities in exchange for the charges being dropped. Adams has denied that allegation. Certainly a lot going on both here at home domestically and abroad.
All right, national correspondent Matt Galka, thank you so much.
Yep.
Thanks for For sticking with us here on ARC Florida, I'm Sam Kerrigan.
And I'm Victoria DeCardenas. Let's check in with Jennifer Collins on the weather for this Valentine's Day.
Yeah, it is a dry one for most of the area to start off the morning. We have just a few clouds off in the distance, otherwise mostly sunny conditions at this time. Temperatures already warming up. The start of February has been on the dry side with only a trace of rain through the beginning of the year. Now we are under drought conditions for most of South Florida. In fact, now ongoing severe drought for parts of inland Palm Beach County and in northern Palm Beach County too, with a moderate drought conditions as well in southern Palm Beach County with abnormally dry conditions in inland Treasure Coast and around Okeechobee County. So we are behind on rain since the beginning of the year by about 3.5 inches here in the West Palm Beach area. So we need the rain we can get it. Unfortunately, rain chances remain fairly minimal here over the next few days with only an isolated shower or two possible. Warming up heading into the weekend. Temperatures will be back into the middle 80s by the Sunday time frame, and then another cold front moves in heading into Sunday and Monday. That will usher in cooler air for the start of next week, dropping temperatures back into the 70s for afternoon highs by Monday and Tuesday. Could see another cold front move in by the middle of next week, ushering in cooler air once again by Thursday and Friday. Today, looking fantastic, mostly sunny for your Valentine's Day. Temperatures in the low 80s with only a stray shower chance for inland spots.
Jen, thank you. Well, this morning, the Palm Beach County Clerk of Court's office is hosting their annual Valentine's Day group wedding, but one of those couples is about to get married right now, live on the air.
Clerk Joseph Abruzzo will officiate the ceremony, and our Stephanie Valderrama is standing by live as they get married.
Now please turn to each other as you are. Rosemary, look at Carlo and repeat the words after me. I promise to love and cherish you.
I promise to love and cherish you.
To give you my strength.
To give you my strength.
To help you in good times and in bad.
To help you in good times and strength.
And to make our home one of love.
And to make a love.
And understanding.
And understanding.
I will give you all of my trust.
I will give you all of my trust.
All of my tomorrows.
All of my tomorrows.
And all of my life.
And all of my life.
Carlos, looking into Rosemary's eyes, please repeat after me. I promise to love and to cherish you.
I promise to love and to cherish you.
To give you my strength.
To give you my strength.
To help you in good times and in bad.
To love you in good times and in bad.
And to make our home one of love.
To make our home one of love.
And understanding.
And understanding.
I will give you all of my trust.
I will give you all of my trust.
All of my tomorrows.
All of my tomorrows.
All of my life.
All of my life.
It is now time for the exchange of rings. A ring is an unbreakable circle. It is a symbol of infinity and your infinite love. When you look at these rings on your hands, be reminded of this moment, your commitment and love for how you feel for each other. Rosemary, please place the ring on Carlos's finger and repeat after me. I give you this ring as a symbol
I give you this ring as a symbol
of my love with the pledge to love you today, tomorrow, always and forever. Now, Carlos, if you could please put the ring on Rosemary's finger and repeat after me. I give you this ring.
I give you this ring
as a symbol of my love.
as a symbol of my love.
With the pledge.
With the pledge.
To love you today.
To love you today.
Tomorrow.
Tomorrow.
Always and forever.
Always and forever.
Now.
Now.
No. Now, by the authority vested in me as Clerk of the Circuit Court and Comptroller, under the laws of the state of Florida, and in the eyes and hearts of your families, friends, and the CBS 12 viewers watching at home, I pronounce you legally married. Rosemary and Carlos, it is time to seal your marriage with your first kiss as husband and wife. Congratulations.
Thank you.
All right. All right.
Thank you.
No,
Thank you.
it's wonderful.
Thank you.
No, it's wonderful.
Thank you very much.
Congratulations. This is amazing.
Congratulations to the happy couple. How special that we get to be a part of it.
I love this. I have goosebumps. I'm so happy for them. We want to, congratulate them and all of these other couples that are getting married today at 11 a.m. This is the Valentine's Day group ceremony that the Palm Beach County Clerk of Court holds every year.
Yeah, so congratulations to all those other couples. We'll be right back with a lot more Valentine's Day fun stuff.
Well, just in time for Valentine's Day, a new poll is revealing the biggest icks or turnoffs in the early stages of dating. And because it was all the ladies on ARC Florida today, before we did this, we wanted to get the male perspective as well. So you might recognize Gavin. He's the guy who tells us we've got 2 minutes to show. He's one of our technical directors here.
Well, you have to call him the big guns.
That's right. We'll see about that.
All right, well, Krispy Kreme teamed up with a dating app and found that the fifth cringiest thing to do is to call the other person your soulmate too early.
Ugh.
Yeah.
Well, Gavin has strong opinions already.
Yeah, I mean,
do you think calling someone your soulmate is just ick all around,
in general?
or too early is
Maybe
icky?
maybe in an Instagram caption, but other than that, like,
you wouldn't say the words.
no, it's kind of cringy. It's
it?
kind of cringy.
That's interesting. I don't feel
that way.
Yeah, not in general.
What do you think?
No opinion.
No opinion. I think if you're married for a while, you've been dating a while, you've established
absolutely.
something, that's fine. But too early is just weird.
Yeah. All right, let's keep going. So the next one here is telling others you're official during the talking stage is number 4.
Well,
the talking stage is for people
Yes,
who are not dating in person. Is when you're just texting a lot. You're texting throughout the day or something like that, and you're not necessarily dating officially. Right. That's the whole point. Just to get everybody on the same page.
Sam brought up a good point. These are like interesting icks because this isn't what I think about when I think of an ick.
Yes.
Most of the time it's like an action.
Yeah, you're about to see if we keep going here. Like, let's read the next one. I think this one. Saying I love you too early is third on the list. So I was saying some of these are kind of like red flags, I would say, like to watch out for, more than an ick that someone's kind of portraying.
Saying I love you too fast, I mean, it's tough because sometimes you feel like you're ready to say it, but maybe you don't have the same feeling that the other person has.
Right.
That's true.
So you have to like feel it out. And
if they say I love you on the first date, run away. This is advice from all of us here. Run away. First date is crazy.
Yeah. It's a little much.
Let's talk about the number 2 ick. Talking about moving in before you've even seen where they live. If you're doing this, this is another red flag.
Yeah, I would be like, what is wrong with you?
Yeah.
You don't even know where I live.
Do you have a home?
Do you have a home? A lot of people feel kind of funny moving in with someone even before they're married. A lot of people argue that's when you sort of figure out if you're compatible or not before you get married.
Right.
I think it just depends on how you view getting married, moving in, and that sort of timeline.
Yes, exactly.
But you got to do what feels good
What about
for you.
long distance?
Long distance. I'm okay with long distance. I've done it before. It just
Yeah,
takes
I
2
have
people to make it work.
Yeah, you have to put in the effort.
Have you ever done that before, Jen?
No.
God bless you.
All right, the number 1 ick is picking out baby names. Yeah, that's probably not something to do right away.
Some people have their baby names decided, long before.
Even before the partner comes around.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Some people just have them, but
Generational names.
yeah.
Have you ever had someone give you baby names early on in a dating?
I can't say early on,
Okay.
but like, as time goes on, you have fun with it. If it's a serious conversation, then you got a couple other things that you have to really worry about. But if you're just having fun and like throwing out names that you can see yourself naming your kid.
Yeah. I think if it comes out in casual conversation, maybe if you're like only a few dates in, you're like, hey, I've got this list of names. We're gonna have to agree on them. I think I would run away. I would run away. I feel like girls do that more than guys, but there are some guys who think about that. I'm not gonna shame them.
We just cross that bridge when we come to it as guys.
But like we said, I think that most of these are red flags rather than icks. So some icks I think that are based in 2025 might be like. I joked earlier, so I'm sorry if you wear these, but like if you're still wearing cargo pants, young men. And if you're not like a handyman or something, if you're wearing them out, ooh, that's kind of an ick for me.
Mine would be if you showed up in flip-flops on the date. That would be an ick for me. Yeah. I know we live in Florida, but you can't do it.
Yeah, you gotta have.
There are certain
You
things.
have some class.
Yeah. What's an ick for you?
I don't know. Just like I like to see, I like to see a future with who I'm with, and if they've got like goals in mind, if they're just coasting through life, I'm like, well.
Yeah.
Grow up.
Grow up. That's good advice.
All right, you heard it here first.
Do you have any icks, Jen? I'm dying to know.
Mine would be someone who says, well, you guys know this, obviously. It's someone who doesn't like cats. You know, they go, I don't like cats. Or they call a woman a crazy cat
Jen's
lady.
done with you.
Yeah, I don't like that either.
Another one is no one listening to me when I'm talking about the forecast.
Jen, we all listen to you. Tell us how nice
no
the
one
weather
knowing what
is
the
today.
forecast is for the weekend. All right, let's talk a bit about this. Yeah, we're expecting a warm up heading into the weekend. Today is going to be nice, though. We're expecting temperatures to be not quite as warm compared to yesterday. We do have a stationary boundary just to our north. That's keeping the moisture in place here across South Florida, so you still feel the humidity as you're heading out the door for this morning. We have some light sprinkles in parts of northern Palm Beach County right now, just around the Palm Beach Gardens area. The rest of the region remaining dry with just a few passing clouds. A live look right now over Palm Beach Island. We have blue sky overhead, temperatures in the upper 70s right now. Dew point temperature also in the 70s. So as I mentioned, the humidity is still around. As we look at right now from southern Palm Beach County, Boca sitting right around the upper 70s at this hour. We already have a feels like temperature that's feeling like the low 80s currently. And as we head through the day, expect it to warm quickly. Temperatures in the mid 70s along the Treasure Coast, near the 80-degree mark even in Palm Beach County right now. Temperatures will remain near the low 80s heading into the afternoon. A normal high for this time of the year, right around the upper 70s for Palm Beach County. Mostly sunny heading into the evening, so if you do have any evening plans, temperatures will remain fairly comfortable for this evening with only an inland shower chance possible. Partly cloudy, humid for tonight. We'll drop back down into the upper 60s, low 70s by the start of tomorrow morning. Temperatures will remain in the low 80s for your Saturday with a southeast breeze across the area. That south wind flow will bring our temperatures up for the end of the weekend as highs climb into the mid and upper 80s across the area. So we'll keep a stray inland shower or two possible as the day goes along. Here's a look about 3 o'clock. So the best chance for best coverage today will be around Lake Okeechobee. We'll dry things up for tomorrow, though. Expect mostly sunny conditions through the day on Saturday. And then that south wind flow really builds in heading into Sunday, but breezy at times. And that's what's going to bring our temperatures up. So afternoon highs will remain right around the mid-80s heading into Sunday before temperatures finally return to the 70s after a cold front moves in early next week. We're actually going to stay in the upper 70s heading into Monday, Tuesday. Slight warm up heading into Wednesday with a chance for a few showers before another cool down is possible by Thursday and Friday.
All right, Jen, thank you. The Palm Beach show is back this weekend with more rare jewels than ever before. We've got some of them in our studio right now. We're going to show them to you coming up next. Welcome back to ARC Florida. MS Rao returns to the 22nd annual Palm Beach show. The art, antiques, and jewelry fair is happening right now at the Palm Beach County Convention Center. And the gallery has participated in the fair for over 20 years.
And here to tell us more is Reagan Garvin with MS Rao. We've got some items owned by former presidents. We've got a lot of great things here today.
We've also got Sam here.
Oh, yes, we also have Sam. Sorry, Sam.
We
also have Sam as well.
Okay, so tell us a little bit about what you guys have got here today.
I would love to. So we're visiting from New Orleans for the Palm Beach show, and I brought some of my favorite pieces to the show and also to the studio today. So we'll start over here. This piece is a lovely brooch, and it was owned by JFK.
Wow, that's incredible.
We have history at the table.
Can you get in here and get some close-ups on these so everyone at home can see how amazing these are?
So there's some Baroque pearls on there. It's a little donkey. It's just a really lovely piece that he probably would have worn on his jacket.
Okay, wonderful. What do we have here?
This was owned by Mamie Eisenhower. So it's a little locket. It has her initials on the front, and then when it's opened, there's a little picture of her husband.
Oh, that is so sweet. I am so curious as to how you acquire such amazing historical pieces, really.
Yeah, so we've been open for a very long time, over 110 years, and we look for the best of the best, and that's sort of what we find. That's where we find these pieces with great historical provenances.
Which is great. It's President's Day weekend also, so we've got these historical pieces. Okay, let's keep going because we've got some really pretty stuff here.
We do. The pretty things are over here. So this is a beautiful, in the vein of President's Day, a beautiful Oscar Heyman flag brooch. It's got sapphires and rubies and diamonds, a great way to show one's patriotic side. And then we have, for Valentine's Day, some heart-shaped Ceylon sapphires. So those are gorgeous. It's about 6 carats total. They're the best kind of sapphires in the world. They're just really, their color is so bright, and they're just a nice little way to show romantic side.
Oh, they're stunning.
They're stunning, yes,
Gentlemen,
absolutely.
if you're watching.
Yeah, take some notes.
Nice. Chris, we need you to come in close for this next revealing here, what she's got in this box.
We're doing a special unboxing for this necklace.
That is absolutely gorgeous. Can you tell us a little bit about this piece?
Sure. So these are, this is an antique piece. It's got 18 carats of Burmese rubies. So they're untreated. They came out of the ground looking exactly like this. And this is just such a treasure. It's from 1920s, and we're so excited to share it with you guys, especially in its original case.
That's beautiful.
See, I feel like this is such a unique opportunity, Sam, for people to see, you know, these pieces they would normally not get to see.
Oh, absolutely. Like we say, this is nothing you need, but everything you want.
Yes,
absolutely.
That is a perfect way to describe it.
I can relate.
And what is this last item that we have here?
So we have two more, actually. I want to touch quickly on this one. But first, this is by Paul Revere.
Wow.
So he was a very talented
cool.
silversmith, and this creamer sort of shows his fantastic artistry, and one of the greatest of American silversmiths.
It's beautiful.
It's beautiful.
Okay.
Let's
Last
talk about
but not
this.
least.
Exactly. So this is by Norman Rockwell. It's called The New Hat, and this would have been used for an advertisement. But, you know, he really captures the American dream and Americana of the early 20th century. And I just love this piece. You can see her joy in her face as she's trying on her brand new hat. So we have this and more at the Palm Beach show. We have Monets, we have Van Goghs, we have an incredible, gigantic booth to share off some of our favorite treasures.
And what can people expect when they come out to the Palm Beach show, if they've never been or heard about it?
It's a great question. You're going to see a lot of beautiful, beautiful things. So there's dealers from around the world alongside our booth, and we have furniture, a lot of art, more jewels, more glitzy things, and it's so much fun.
Love that. And Palm Beach, I feel like, is the perfect market for the items that you have here. Wonderful collections, historical pieces. How is the reaction when people see what you've got on display?
Oh, it's fantastic. You know, we've been coming here for a very long time. We have wonderful clients here, and we love to meet people in Palm Beach. They have fantastic taste.
Yes, we do. I would love to say.
Yeah, we'd say so. Do you guys travel all over the country?
Yeah, we do. We travel all over the country. Next month, we're actually headed to the Netherlands for an art fair, which is so much fun. But yeah, we're located in New Orleans, but we go everywhere.
All right, well, the Palm Beach show is happening right now at the Palm Beach County Convention Center. If you head on out, you can see all of these incredible pieces. Reagan, Sam, thanks so much for being here this morning.
Thank you.
Thanks for having us.
All right, we'll be right back after this. It's time for Pet of the Day. I'm here with Paul from Tri-County Animal Rescue. Paul, who do you have here with you today?
This right here, she is crazy. Her name is Cuteness. She's about 4 months old. She's really, really sweet, a lot of energy. A house with a lot of activity would be good, kids and stuff. She's nonstop. Loves to lick, loves to play, and she'll just make some home really, really happy, and she's gonna make some family just happy.
Yeah, she is a cutie. If you're interested in adopting Cuteness, head to Tri-County Animal Rescue or visit our website, cbs12.com. Welcome back, everyone. If you're just tuning in here at the end of ARC Florida, we had the chance to watch a lovely local couple get married live on air this morning at the courthouse in West Palm Beach. They were planning on being a part of this mass, group wedding that they do at the courthouse every year on Valentine's Day.
And they agreed with our CBS 12, Stephanie Valderrama, to air their wedding live for us here on ARC Florida. And we're so grateful for them, and we wish them a lifetime of love, happiness, joy, healthiness. It is so fantastic. We were all beaming here watching them get married. She looks stunning.
She looks beautiful. This is Carlos and Rosemary. We are so happy for them. They shared their whole story with us, and we just want to say congratulations to them. Yes. And then the group wedding is happening at 11 a.m., so congratulations to all the other couples that will be getting married today.
We love love.
We love love. Thank you so much for joining us on this Friday. Have a great day, everyone.